reload, when they really started to make some noise for the first time. But they have also followed strongly then throughout the last, 8, 9, 12 months or so, however long it's been. And now they've got an opportunity. Main stage could be theirs. Have just got to get through one of their local rivals in SSG. As we head to the ban phase, Fortress, our opening map, and SSG on the defense.
Yeah, all these operator bans making sense from at least my observations from afar of what we have seen from Fortress so far at this event and the meta that's kind of evolving here in Paris. It's very much turning into, especially for top floor sites and top floor clears, there's a couple, one, two, maybe three by extension, really tight chokes that both defense are really trying to lock down. We've seen the clash and the smoke on occasion used to leverage that and to try and make it a real bloodbath for the attack, who on vice versa, on the opposing side of maybe into shields, the Ying, etc. So all of these bans are making perfect sense. I think overall, it does cancel each other out somewhat. But I am intrigued to see how Wildcard go, especially as they're starting out on attack and dealing with these choke points, especially if they do go for wave attacks. We're not seeing direct attacks be super high preference so far, but you never know. It's the kind of map where there's still a lot of untested waters.
Well, you say that, but as I've just kind of refreshed our data, every single map now has been played 10 plus times. It's been a very even spread.
In the context of this event, sure, but when you think about the 1 billion times that Clubhouse has been played in comparison, right? It's still very early.
I know what you mean. 62% defensive win rate is the most defender-sided map of the pool. It makes sense. Yep. Newest map, defense naturally should prevail. I think as we get more and more time with Fortress, teams will start to figure out more attacking plans. But expecting SSG to certainly do well in this first half. But again, for Wildcard, this feels must win. They've not won Bank for 200 plus days. Yep. So it puts heavy emphasis here on their opening map pick. Monty, Ying, Clash, Smoke, the bans.
The head-to-head as well for this matchup. Obviously, two teams, North America, they play a lot. I was speaking to Jesse a little bit about this. It does actually tilt the way of Wildcard quite significantly. 10 matches, dating all the way back to September 23 for these two organizations. Wildcard the lead at 7-3. As of most recent, Wildcard edging out in best of ones, but NAL Stage 2, for example, Spacestation maybe showing a little bit more with a 2-0 in that best of 3 matchup, which may serve them a little bit better here in this format.
We were talking about it before with M80, right? Like a lot of these North American teams can kind of take maps off each other. Yep. It's a bit like the Brazilian teams do back home as well. And then it all kind of changes when you get to these international events. Not much has happened in the first half of this round. Fortress can have some slow pacing, especially here on the second floor, command bathroom. Dash, make his way up lobby stairs, but Volts is watching. Shotgun, yes, he's low on health, but bang, just like that, gets the kill onto Dash, gets rid of the Deimos. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but considering the health margin of Volts, I think you're pretty happy with that outcome. And as that time starts to tick down, without that Deimos, less pressure available for Wildcard to put onto SSG.
Yeah, cannon focus here from Wildcard. Spiker will lurk and try to be the pinch pressure on offer over towards Horse, but New is locking that down currently. So 4-4, 50 seconds, a rather neutral round. A good belt of utility is still available here for Wildcard if utilized efficiently.
Yeah, my concern, though, is now the time factor is they're going to be pushing into the site. SSG will like to then reposition, place them in these windows, try and cut off the push into the building. Indeed, there you go. Ashen from bedroom, long angle, headshot DMR onto Kansan. They lose the Capital. They don't have that execute utility. It's a triple stack now for Wildcard over towards Tower. But that's just going to be really good for SSG. They got so much space here to be able to swing these corridors, swing these doorways. As the push comes from Spiker, he gets caught by Ashen. He's now found another kill. And they all start to fall. Ashen and Benja combine. All too easy for SSG. The slow-paced attack from Wildcard does not benefit them.
Huge, guys. Huge.
Ashen not known for being hyperbolic.
I'll tell you what, if there was one player you would want on your team, it's Ashen. Like, just gets the team going, tilts the other team. He does it all, and he's been performing so well at this event. But again, I don't think Wildcard will be too stressed with what happens in this first half, unless it's like a total beatdown. They need to get some rounds.
final execute made very tricky there. Wildcard did have info inside of commanders. They did have a read. We saw the yellow pings. Losing the Capital though, no Grim U to left. Good cross positions established by SSG, who had the advantage and able to trade. It was a rough one there. Into the second round now. Over towards Dorms.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Again, we've seen teams test a couple of different ideologies on this site so far. On the attacking side, some have been heavily focused over towards Old Tower. We've seen a couple more from office side across go for more of a wave attack. We've also seen some presence on the exterior hard breach.
Yeah, you can get a pinch, Old Tower, Courtyard kind of push. But I think at least what I've been noticing so far is the way that teams like to defend on Fortress is just very horizontal. Like, there is a lack of vert defense and positioning.
We do see it limited for the first 4 sites. I think the lack of peel, or at least maybe those patterns haven't really been adopted yet. It does say it be rather limited.
But I think even from a roam perspective on defense, like if you're looking at this side in particular, or I guess anything on the second floor, it's like there's not too many entry points to kind of get back up and down. You've really got the tower positions on either side, and then that's really about it. And so therefore, there's a lot of risk if you do commit for that roam. Unless you really set up an extensive like first floor, Old Tower, maintaining top so you can get back up safely. But right now, teams are very much committed to keep it rather around the site, horizontally.
Traditional new map. Compact is typically the early meta, and then...
Obviously, Kansan still has to do his job as he's pushing through first floor.
Yeah. So, Old Tower focus for Wildcard. Kansan first kill.
Yeah, Ashen gets caught Old Tower. That's a really good push from Kansan. Now, this opens up this side of the map for Wildcard. They got the extra numbers. Of course, SSG can kind of keep them trapped over towards Old Tower, but the question mark will be Baby Shark. So he's going for that pinch, but he's by himself towards the Courtyard corridor. So it's like a 1-3 split right, well, 1-4 split right now for Wildcard. If they get rid of Baby Shark, then SSG can turn around and focus on the rest. But Spiker just sent it straight into the site. Fultz was able to shut him down, and with Baby Shark's death, it's a 3-stack push now for Wildcard. Dash will get in, recapture the kit inside of games, will opt for the plant. The smoke will dissipate. No more available for Bay. But he does hit the shot anyway onto Fultz, who swung. And so suddenly with that plant down to Benja and J90 to salvage this for SSG.
Benja to push forward. 35 on the clock. They need to make them move. Now 2 standing in his way, but Dash will slay him. Wildcard 2 straight.
Yeah, very direct from Wildcard, but more importantly, what won that round was the kill onto Ashen. We saw the entry stats for Ashen, 19-4. He doesn't lose those battles often. When you do get that pick, it opened up Old Tower. You then had Baby Shark Corridor. That took a bit of attention away, and that then just spreads that defense a bit, where they're just not able to then necessarily all focus in towards Old Tower. Much better from Wildcard. Really, really solid round. 1-1 scoreline.
I should clarify, not too straight for Wildcard. I think I may have misspoke. But it is round 2 theirs. And as you said, a 1-1 split between these 2 North American rosters. Downstairs, we then go for the 3rd round, as expected. Hammam has most certainly been the underpicked site here for a multitude of reasons. It's rather weak defensively, and so teams opting to primarily head over towards
Cafe.
Question will be how much vert play do we see deployed here.
That's what I want to see here on
well,
this
they bring
side.
the castle. Now, the castle could be used more horizontally, but I'm anticipating we might see a little more presence above it. I mean, initially, though, Newers is, setting up down below. Typically, we're seeing the castle used to defend the northern side of the map over towards lobby. That's good
it's just 5 first floor.
Yeah. There may be the day where top floor does become a little bit more meta, but I think it's going to take a lot more workshopping.
And what this means then for the attacking teams, it's very easy to get that second floor control. So you see the ram in play for Baby Shark. Oh, Benja though at the window just catches Spiker. And no Capital immediately into the round. Aggression from Benja will benefit. And also Kansan at half health already. Not the start to the round for Wildcard that they would have liked. And honestly, I think a map like Fortress really does kind of suit the playstyle of SSG. We know they are an aggressive-natured team. They'll swing doorways and windows and really try and deny a lot of those entries. And yeah, straight into the second floor for Wildcard where it's nice and safe.
So Spacestation playing Fortress twice heading into today. They had 11 out of 11 defensive round wins. So that last round is their first defensive loss on Fortress.
Yeah, 7-0 to Oxygen in their last win. So that helps with a statistic like that.
Yep. Wildcard with a positive attacking win rate as well on Fortress, 58%.
Beat Furious 7-5, which is a really good result. As I said in the pre-match, both of these two teams have had good success. Neither of them have lost on Fortress yet. 5 times played between them. Baby Shark trying to find something here from Dorms. And again, this almost plays similar to actually the previous side of Dorm's games, where old tower focus, have you got someone playing courtyard? In this case, Ben just sitting back there. So it's this, I mean, it's different in the terms of what angles you're holding and the rooms themselves, but similar concept here on the push for Wildcard.
Oh, a tuck-in turtle plant for Dash.
And Matricel gets him to half health.
Not spotted.
And it is going to be successfully planted, and inside of the smoke goes Ashen, falling to Kansan. So another successful plant here for Wildcard, makes it 2 rounds straight. And in the post plant, they had the blitz. He now falls. So does Kansan as well to Benja. The retake looking very good for SSG.
Vert control, though, for Baby Shark.
Clearing Bay will be a big factor. So he sits now second floor old tower. They're going to have to push up and get him, or he can push down and swing. But they've got numbers anyway, so they can block for the counter defuse. But they're not ready for Bay. On the counter defuse now is Fault. Bay by himself. Newest then swings with a shotgun. They get the disable, and SSG are going to take this 3rd round. Well, Bay was the one that was in best position for Wildcard, but he probably needed maybe one more alive just to take a little bit of attention.
I love the call from Wildcard to go for the plant, but the post-plant structure for them
neither of them
forfeited a lot of
check
control.
left there is interesting. Both double swung to the right side, and we are getting a timeout for SSG. Obviously can't hear too much on the B stream at the best of times, but I feel like I heard Mirror and also something about if they go for office side, not necessarily let them plant, but go for a retake setup and probably be more direct on a bathroom denial. We do see the Mirror has been selected by Benjamaster. So just strategy, really, from call out. And
Always, typically.
on a map like Fortress, I mean, it's probably the map where you really do want that coach to help with the strategies. Yeah, if we're on Clubhouse, it's like, we know what we're doing. I don't want to be too dismissive of Fortress. I was actually speaking to Doki yesterday at lunch, and he was saying how he really enjoys playing it. We've seen it now. I think this is the 11th time so far at Six Invitational. It's going to take a bit of time to grow on me, I think a little bit. I'm just hoping it doesn't turn into like Skyscraper 2.0.
Well, I mean, the consensus seems to be, there was discussion in the green room about this, I think Pengu, maybe Fox were having a chat. They seem to pretty strongly believe that once this map gets broken, it's going to be a very attacker-sided map.
Really?
It might not stand the test of time all too long.
I would love to see that. It's certainly not uncommon for a new map to come in and be beginning with defense and then slowly but surely, as teams figure out better ways to attack, more strategies developed. Again, full second floor hold for SSG.
I think as teams start to get more comfortable with timings and split attacks become more
Benja.
popular.
Well, he gets traded immediately, but he got rid of Spiker. Spiker's had a rough start here on Fortress. That's his second opening death, 0-4 to begin with. Playing the Grim as well, which has actually been one of the most banned operators at the event so far. And it's in the top 5 for overall presence. So, I mean, it's become such a strong operator.
Yeah. All it took was the ability to rebound them. And he's found a lot more use cases, which is good to see. He's a fun operator. Ground taken now by Dash, playing over towards Games. Diffuser in hand as we eclipse the midpoint of the round.
But getting that kill onto Benja, he was the only one for SSG that offered something old tower side towards Dorm's Games. And so now, naturally, you've been able to take this space, but you haven't really done much towards the site and to the other 4 defenders of SSG. You've got a minute to do so now.
J90 is so ready for this. Oh, maybe not.
Baby Shark over towards Courtyard, able to just jump on in, get the kill onto J90, who was holding at the doorway, gets a good timing, gets a good pick. That opens up Courtyard now for Wildcard, so they can get some extra space around the site.
Asher now to play frontline.
Nice Dash.
Caught by Dash. 4 versus 2 advantage Wildcard.
I think Ashen's just panicked there by the pressure of the Blackbeard. Instead of opting to fall back, play the DMR from a long range, he takes the close contact fight instead. And then Dash is just better with the shot. And now they've got the space to go for the plant. Smoke as well helps to layer on top of him. Newitz was able to swing, deal with Baby Shark. Plant will be successful. 1v3 for Newers. If he can deal with Dash, very winnable. Because right now Bay and Kansan a little bit further away. Bay's now making his way up to second floor. Newitz has to win this fight quickly. He cannot. Kansan's still watching. A second attacking round for Wildcard could be so crucial in this match.
Yeah, 2 is a great platform. Anything from this point onwards is statistically a lead.
Just no ability for when Ashen's in that position. I don't think he can fall back at that point.
Yeah, some really good displacement at the chokehold. Benja gets the first immediate trade. The nade there, though, onto J90 was absolutely huge. And then Ashen also getting caught was basically a deal breaker. And
that's 2 rounds that Benja, by the way, has been able to find a very early kill onto Spiker. 2 minutes 34 and 2 minutes 09. But just didn't convert in this previous round. It's also 3 rounds straight that Wildcard have gotten the plant down here on Fortress. The most defender-sided map. That's got to be a concern for SSG. The plant percentage for Fortress sits at 22.5% at his middle tier. So a map like Consulate is the most at 29%, and the least is Cafe at 17%. But 3 straight is a high percentage plant rate right now from Wildcard. And what's even more interesting is at Six Invitational, they're 14th with a 19% plant percentage. So they are getting these plant downs more often here in this map than ever before. I like the Thorn pick as well. It's a change up since the second round. It's the second time we've seen it, but I think it can have value on Fortress. Back to Dorm's Games, which was won by Wildcard last time in the second round too. They bring the Allah alongside it, so extra trap utility. Not a big change up for Wildcard, but they do drop the Blitz and the Deimos from last time.
Thorn has a 25% pick rate on Fortress so far, number 9.
Ooh, J90 has definitely seen something here. Of course, we have the outline privilege.
Would have heard it. To rotate off. Wildcard continue to posture at the moment. Looking to pepper away utility from the top. They've got floors and shock drones available as well. Baby Shark to go for the pinch once more. Seems to be favoring this bedroom entry, with the rest of Wildcard then working over towards Old Tower. At least that's what we've seen previously. Midpoint of the round. Logic bomb.
Ashen finds the opening kill onto Kansan. Up close, Baby Shark. Ooh! A little struggle, but he does win the battle against J90. Newers shuts down Spiker, who is now 0-5 to begin on what's been a very competitive Fortress. Second Logic bomb for Baby Shark. Ashen, though, getting aggressive over towards Courtyard. And now SSG to return serve. Baby Shark makes this round still interesting. Playing alongside Bait. They are together back through Museum. And they've got a minute to take this 3-man defense on towards site. Volts will actually reinforce off. This is a smart move for Volts. This is going to block off more potential positions for Wildcard. They're going to have to basically go through doorways, and that is a big win for SSG.
But he still had a Salma deployed that on said wall. And so there is a potential pinch opportunity.
But there's not a lot of time. Baby Shark's now going for an old tower rotate. Ashen will be there. If Ashen holds his position, he can stop Baby Shark. But Ashen rotates back over towards Games. I do believe Ashen will be keeping an eye on this old tower position, though. He's the one to watch right now. They'll make contact. Ashen lands a little bit of damage. At this point, you don't need a peek. But he gets flashed off back into Games. He's got to keep a barrier to play behind. Oh, Baby Shark kept on pushing, though. And unfortunately for Ashen, he just went a little left, and Baby Shark found the angle. Newers, can he deny the plant? Bay will have to go for the stick. This is the time to move. 1v1 against Baby Shark. Nitro well off. Baby Shark sitting old tower in the corner. Does get the kill onto Bay. It'll be a straight 1v1. How does Baby Shark want to play this? Over towards old tower. He sits. He cannot go down for a long wrap. He needs to stay in this position. Newers has to push and has to clear and take this fight.
Can Baby Shark hold his nerve?
He goes for the swing and he hits the headshot. Oh, he does hold that nerve. Ice in the veins for the rookie as Baby Shark hits the headshot. 3 attacking rounds for Wildcard.
Oh, it was a shaky start to the round for Baby Shark, but hit several clean shots after that. Ashen fell. Newers unable to deny plant. Potentially, I think maybe could have spotted the knee and actually denied plant, but of course was trying to play it safe and not fall into the arms of the cross, and so it's tricky to fault him there. And then once that defuse is on the ground, forced to push forward. Baby Shark gets a nice timing, lands his shots. 3 attacking rounds on Fortress. They have the lead in this first half.
That's crazy. It is their map pick, to be fair, but SSG, again, have had good results on Fortress. I think the difference right now probably has been Baby Shark. Because even in the rounds in which he hasn't necessarily been able to get either kills or many kills, he still had influence as the deterrent.
Yeah.
You know, the old tower pushes, but he's playing Courtyard. He might not get a stat for that, but it's still helping the team. And then he's also now had rounds. He got a 4K in that one. And again, it's fourth round straight. The plant went down. Bay was able to get the plant down in the corner. So it's 4 rounds straight that Wildcard have got plant down. So their attacks have looked really, really good. And you know what? Despite all of this, it's actually 4 to 5 opening kills in favor of SSG. So they've had advantages on a defender-sided map. Aggression again. There's another one. I don't care. You've done this too many times now. It's the 3rd time Benja's done this. But it's 2 round straights that not being able to convert.
And the 3rd time Benja gets that opening kill within the first minute.
I mean, it's great from Benja. He's playing this really well, but for whatever reason, SSG keep collapsing towards the later stages of these rounds. And it's a testament to Wildcard, where they don't panic if they lose a player early. They trust the process. They know what they've got to do. To be fair, though, losing Bay, who has been so good for Wildcard, is a loss. You lose the Flores.
Yeah, the utility game now for SSG will be strong.
Ashen's got to be careful here. Yeah, fallback time. Oh, and he's lucky to be able to fall back. And that's going to be a key fight here, I think, on this map, especially Command Bathroom. If you're going to offer presence to stop this old tower push up, you make a bit of contact. And if it's not great and you're getting, you're a solo position like Ashen there and it's a Blackbeard plus dash, you just got to fall back and give them the space. You got the extra number as well. You don't have to overcommit. It's a good fall off from Ashen. Stays alive. 5 plays towards the site. Just over a minute left. This is better from SSG. A little bit more controlled. Benja will be one to watch as well here in this round. He's lurking first floor, so we don't see that too often. Over towards Infirmary, he can go for an old tower push in behind Wildcard. They don't have a Nomad, so they don't have air jabs. They'll have to then rely on drone watch if he opts for that push. Baby Shark's going courtyard once again. Nitrocell pushed up though from J90. Doesn't quite work. It was gun ready for Kansan. On the Blackbeard, Spiker then behind finally gets his first kill. Advantage Wildcard just like that. Again, another opening kill advantage for SSG has been squandered.
Knew as a potential flank threat draws the attention of Spiker. He rotates back, however.
Surely it can't be 5 straight plants. I mean, at this point, it's just going to be another round win anyway. Baby Shark is just going nuts. Oh my goodness, indeed. 3 straight for Wildcard on the attack. 4 in the half on the most defender-sided map in the pool for this event. What a statement from this team. And again, another opening kill not converted for SSG. And if they didn't all die so quick, it would have been another plant as well. That's the only thing that stopped them from getting the plant down. Dominant half for Wildcard. SSG need to rethink things here on Fortress quickly. They must now do it on the attack as we head into the bans.
Yeah, Wildcard's ability to fight back from disadvantage and you know, abuse operators like the Blackbeard specifically, gain space. They had some really good util usage as well. On several occasions, we saw great dislodge with frag grenades that was then immediately converted in towards pressure and kills. And then their read on site late round was phenomenal as well, especially for a newer map in the pool. They had a really good innate sense as to where SSG were looking to play.
So this was the jump out from Benja. I mean, great. You get rid of bait. Everything about that is great. But the reason why I didn't get so hyped about it is because we haven't seen them actually convert on it. And again, there were still 4 players left alive for Wildcard at the end of the round. That was the only kill they got. And I want to add extra statistical analysis to what's kind of happening here to just really drive home what a dominant half that was for Wildcard. I've already spoken, of course, about the defensive nature of Fortress. But SSG themselves are actually rated the 2nd best defensive team at the tournament so far, coming into this match.
They hadn't lost a defense on this map before today.
Exactly. And then they're also the best team at deaths traded with an 18%. Sounds low, but it's actually pretty high compared to a lot of other teams, which can be as low as 6 to 8, 9% or something like that. So what Wildcard just did, add the plants, everything involved, basically 4v5 for the majority of the rounds. That was an incredible half from Wildcard.
Can they back it up, though, on defense with the dynamic flips? SSD, I'm sure, have done extensive homework to bring some new ideas into the server for today.
Oh, this could be a freebie. Ooh, well done from Baby Shark.
Lovely
Got
shot.
the sound cue as well from Benja running on up. Knew he was there, went for the swing to catch him off guard rather than allowing Benja to swing him. And he gets rid of the Deimos. Baby Shark has played so well. The whole team for Wildcard has played so well here on this map. SSG are just getting rocked. Like, this is such a statement from Wildcard. It's only a 4-2 scoreline. It feels like it's 6-0. Like, that's how good Wildcard have been playing. SSG need to wake up.
Noting as well, Mirror, Azami, Dokkaebi, Twitch banned out. Baby Shark under pressure in response. Decent impact.
That's better.
Better
team
work.
play. Team play off your blitz. Well done from Newers. Gets the kill. They still got Ashen on the glass. The blitz is still alive. Low health, though, for Fultz.
Faults will be susceptible to the double impact from Dash, the gas canister from Spiker, so keep that in mind. I need to be very, very, very critical of his positioning.
Nice
Dash able to catch Ashen.
Yeah, just active on the defense here as well. Wildcard really spread out. SSG, for this site, don't really have great map control. Only just now Fultz is pushing through Old Tower. Newers is main stairs. But they've got time. 3 versus 4 with a low health blitz, and you don't have the glance anymore as a big win con, throwing out the smokes, going for the plant. This is going to be really difficult.
No Glaz, a low blitz, no hard breach. I'm trying to dig deep here for win conditions for SSG. They'll need to do even better than that.
They need to go courtyard here and try and take on Dash, but then even then, Kansan's there for cover. He's just slowly falling back.
Falls 1 HP. Okay, well, they've absorbed both impacts. That's a small win for SSG, but still lagging behind in this
Fultz
round.
has got to try and push down this corridor. I know he's low health, but he's the one with the shield up. Oh, they look so hesitant.
There we go.
No, that's big. Dash went for the peak.
Gas
Oh, no,
cannon-
sorry. No, he didn't. It was actually just a push.
Gas canister.
And
also
Bay is
used.
up close. Very, very close. The flash will do nothing. Glasses are activated. Swing, though, is good. Plant, though, did not go down.
Flank.
Bolt's got off it, and here's the flank now from Kansan. Pushing through briefs. 8 seconds for Volts. And this round's over. He's on 1 HP. Got really nowhere to plant that save. Kansan will just sprint back. Spike is over towards bedroom. Up close. Hello. And bye-bye. Wildcard. Make it 4 rounds straight with a 5-2 lead.
I mean, fair play to SSG. They kept that round.
Honestly, I thought they were dead to rights. and
Somewhat
they,
competitive.
they managed it because of that kill from J9O.
Yeah.
He was able to just get the doorway swing into sight, get the headshot. Okay, then you can push in with the blitz. But maybe if Fultz was full HP, he could have been a bit more confident. But I understand why there's a bit of hesitance there for SSG. Yeah, that kill there as well for Dash. And then this is a good swing from Bay to at least get 1. And then you're just outnumbered at that point.
Yeah, Kansan with the man advantage and clock advantage as well for the defense. Was able to hit a really nice flank and all but confirm that round for Wildcard, who now lead by 3. We go below.
Well, for the SSG fans, though, that no signs to worry, because if I'm going to be honest, this is looking like Wildcard. But, again, Wildcard have not won bank for 203 days. I mean, it could be today. You're going to have to break that streak at some point.
If there's any moment to win it out and set yourself up in the upper bracket.
Obviously, should note that is inclusive of really just the main competitions.
I'm out. Gotta reload.
This is where it's very easy to lose hope if you're SSG. Like,
Reloading.
attack a fortress, not much is really working for you. Wildcard was so good in the first half. Baby Shark gets the opening kill in the last round. He's having a really good performance, and he'll get it again in this round. On to Benja. 2 rounds straight. Benja has not been able to play on the attack half with Deimos. It's a big loss again for SSG. Baby Shark has played Fortress so well, but Ashen is able to then shut him down. Folds with a good bit of play. But still man advantage for Wildcard, as elsewhere Ashen did go down. And so not much changes from the last 10 seconds or so.
Low potential on offer here from Newers, but the castle, typically used on that horizontal stretch, nullifies that positioning. So he'll link up with Faults. J9O, as you can see on the opposing outline, in a position to play pinch and maybe clear some utility for himself. As we look back towards the opposing side of the map, now second fort. Newers and Faults will go above. Old Tower rotate.
The second floor control here is irrelevant. You don't have it. You don't have the ram. You don't have a buck. You don't really have any way to really utilize this second floor spacing. So it's really just being able to get over to Old Tower, sync up with J9O. I feel like on Fortress, though, the way the map kind of plays is you find yourself with a lot of time in these rounds. You spend a lot less time having to push back, util. It's more about getting ready for the side execute.
Tough shot. Bit of pressure on Bay here to perform on the Warden.
You still got the Nitro as well for Dash and 2 gas babes. So it's not just Bay to have influence here for Wildcard. But he's going to be the one at the window. Lovely swing onto Newers. And then the headshot onto J9O is so beautiful from Bay as he goes to double digits. Faults' position getting called out towards the main hallway. Flash can't get the kill.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, this map's done. Wildcard are too good on Fortress.
Who is his daddy?
You're his daddy, Bay.
You're destroying me.
Fuck it, bro. Let's go fountain, man.
that would be such a troll way to end the map. Go fountain with a 4-round lead. And oh, they're actually going to do it too. So, as I mentioned before, Hammam is by far and away the least played side on this map. Last time I checked, it was 4 times played here at Paris. That may have slightly upticked.
Do you want me to?
Sure, you can have a look. But again, from speaking to the boys on the analyst desk,
It says it's been played once.
Oh, only once is it, really? Okay, maybe I've misremembered.
Yeah. With 100% attacker win rate.
Yes. The main reason being, there is control that you can gain on this map. I think Bathroom specifically is also the exterior hard breach that's so difficult to contest as defense that if and when SSG get that control, they can manipulate side and make it incredibly challenging to play. So this round is going to be heavily reliant on Wildcard just contesting everything and trying to take every gunfight possible.
Play the map.
Go for spawn kills, etc. They need to disrupt this push as much as humanly possible.
10 seconds.
They got the lineup for it, though. Vigil, Mozzie, Warden.
5 seconds left.
Triple Nitrocell. It seems like the kind of round where Wildcard are like, you know what, we got a 4-round lead. We're absolutely smashing these guys. Let's have some fun. And that was the communication. And this is actually important to watch that there from the observer, because you're flicking the default cams outside, try and figure out where are they coming from. We want to contest as early as possible. Baby Shark. It's not much, but it just says to SSG, okay, it's always being watched. Someone's around there. We got a drone. And droning here in SSG is going to be so important.
The bandit trick is making this actually surprisingly difficult for SSG to create direct sight pressure. So credit to Dash for being successful in that regard. Of course, still 3 exothermics up here for SSG. So they haven't lost utility, but they've now narrowed their win cons to the mid-round.
Mozzie pair start with.
So SSG eager for some top floor control. They do, of course, have Sledge and Ashen on the RAM available.
And you can already just naturally see, playstyle-wise, how much longer it's taking SSG to get into the building, because more of the map is now being used by the defense, but they've kind of given up on top floor. They'll go back first floor now. Yeah, well, so that's half the round that's essentially being wasted before finally SSG get into the building, open up some hatches.
I will say, I don't think the nature of this site being what it is, you need a lot of time. It's a very short checklist. Like, they've opened exterior, they've got vert, they've got hatch open. That's pretty much all you really need on this site before you can start
They're all
flushing.
just chilling inside Fountain and just saying, all right, come on in.
Yeah. They'll lean heavily into the nitros and the smokes. It will be a bloodbath.
I mean, if you said it was big on Bay last round, was huge on Spiker this round playing the Warden. Denial from Kansas with the Gas Babes. And it's J9O that gets rid of Bay, so the Vigil has been eliminated. That's the opening kill that goes the way of SSG. You can actually really start to see how aggressive it gets for the defense when you play this site now. You have to be the ones to make the pushes. Dash going into the smoke. But there was the elimination on default through the Gas Babe of Kansas that stopped that plant from going down, and this might be the opening map done. And indeed, it seems like it will be. Poor old J9O outside of the building. This will be the first time we see this site successfully defended at SI. It's a statement from Wildcard on their map pick of Fortress. They will make this 4-0 straight on the map. It will be SSG's first loss on this map. Wildcard are 1 map away from main stage at Six Invitational. 7-2 beat down on Fortress.
Well, North America has been labeled as the trendsetters here on Fortress, but even the rift between teams of this caliber of this particular region is quite vast. Wildcard 7-2 on the opening map. They played so well.
And they played with such good team synergy. Look at these numbers. 10 for Baby Shark, 10 for Kansan, 10 for Bay. Dash went positive. Just everything that could go right for Wildcard did. Everything that could go wrong for SSG did. A learning curve there for SSG on the map of Fortress. We're going to go to a short break, though. On the other side, Bank should hopefully offer a whole different narrative.
no panic yet.
Nope.
They know that starting on attack on Chalet is usually with the wind working against you. The most played map here at the Six Invitational, and it does skew ever so slightly to the defenders. But Chalet, as we have seen, can be really favorable turf for the attackers, of course, depending on operator bans and teams' individual stats when it comes to attacking and defending. So no real cause for concern just yet, but still some worrying signs there that they got to nip it in the bud on the side of Secret before it gets even worse.
We are hyped on the side of Falcons. You can feel the energy all the way from the other room where you and I are casting, Parker. They're absolutely into this matchup. 5 rounds away now from making main stage at the Six Invitational. You're right, that tack timeout from Twister, not a panic tack timeout just yet, but feels there's things that need to be improved. Worried about the clash which is being brought now for the 3rd round in a row. Twister's been head coach of this Team Secret squad for over almost 2 years exactly, actually, so has been with this team for a very long time, helped build it, respected as one of the longest standing coaches in the game. And despite failing to shoot some default cams immediately, they are still, I think, in a strong place to bring this map back. It is their pick. You've got to imagine they've got some tricks coming later on.
Down goes Noah, though. Shaiko on the run out. He's been playing loose. It's been nice to see, going for spawn peaks, going for runouts, unpredictable factors that your opponents not prepared for can easily knock them off stride. Secret's been knocked off stride 2 rounds in a row. Even if their coach Twister said they had a good read on it, they weren't able to execute on it. Some things tripped them up. That hold inside a library is an old one, but it did seem to be a bit frustrating for Secret to deal with. Mowgli almost gets a much belated trade back, as now, a minute off of the clock, Secret finds themselves in a disadvantage.
And Secret want to clear this office position, Parker, but it's so difficult when there's a tuber out playing in the office position. That's where Solotov is, and as long as he's playing there, that office wall is likely to stay closed for a very long time. You can see Mowgli's a little frustrated, wants to get it open, might have found one little angle where the Zoto canister is not covering, although it does look kind of frozen to me. Manages to breach the wall one way or another, though, and that starts to give them a bit of an entry point. Now we see the ace charges coming through, too. Those were thrown long ago, but finally the freeze wears off, and they can get some drones inside of office. The players have fallen back for now from Falcons, but they can't give up much more space before they start the fight.
Flashbangs go out to give Mowgli maybe some coverage here as Savage peels off of his position. They are spread out, trying to clear out this top floor as best as they can. Drones working on those solarium/trophy stairs. They had coverage over by Chimney. They had a lot of this map marked down, but 2 of these players, almost 3 of these players, not even inside the map just yet. Jube had a quiet first map. He'll collect 2. His patience rewarded as Shaiko and Solotov both peek that window. Solotov, to his credit, was backing up, not looking for an active fight. Can't say the same for Shaiko, and with that, Secret will now take the man advantage.
There's the Azami ban coming into play. It makes those windows so powerful for the attackers. It's Jumu strikes twice, and now with the man advantage, Secret can have a little bit of room to play with. Top floor is fully conceded their way. Usus and Bride are the only 2 guns on the bomb sites, and now with Bride falling, it'll be just Usus in the clash to lock things down.
Not just Bride, but Usus will join. Leaky Fact will die shortly thereafter, and Secret will once again successfully convert their timeout. So being able to talk to Twister, paying off immediately in map number 1, and exactly the same thing now unfolds here on Secret's map.
And I think it comes down to the patience, Parker. I mean, they had really good information as to what that hold was going to look like. They seemed aware that it was going to be an office hold, that they had to deal with that 2 route. They had to get in through piano. Jume spent a good bit of time just out on the west balcony, watching in through the bathroom window, watching in through piano window, waiting for his opportunity. And when the 2K presented itself, he went and grabbed it. Jume sometimes thought of as the single best player in all of Europe, maybe the world. He's been hyped up to such levels before. Some players on Falcons would like to say something about that, I'm sure. Shaiko, of course, still maybe a bit older than he used to be, but still in the prime of his career, hitting some ridiculous shots here at the Six Invitational. Coming into today, Jume and Shaiko were the 1st and 2nd highest rated players.
Going back to the B stream, everybody, as Wildcard was able to dismantle SSG on Fortress. Now they go to their map pick of Bank, which should be more of a safe haven for SSG, but in fairness, they themselves haven't got the greatest record over the last 6 months. A 1-2 record for SSG, but that's one more win than Wildcard. Looking at the head-to-head, Newers and Baby Shark. Baby Shark was, well, tremendous in the end, actually, on Fortress, and I honestly think it's a case where, as great as his stats are, guys, there were a lot of moments and a lot of rounds where he had impact without necessarily getting stats as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the best sign of that was his ability on lurks, right? He was often the pinch pressure on offer with either 4 or 3 players spearheading the front line on one corner of the map, and he'd lurk on the opposing side, keeping SSG on their toes. But it's bank to follow, Jake, and this map is intriguing for many reasons.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, for Wildcard, if you win bank, you're off to the main stage at Six Invitational. It would be a top 6 finish at minimum. How special that would be for this roster. SSG must win here on bank if they want to maintain their position in the upper bracket. Let's see what we've got in store to offer as we head into the bands, starting with Valkyrie and Ace.
Well, it is the 9th preference map for Wildcard across the last 365 days. Last played DZ 70 days ago, 7-8 loss. Last win was against M80.
203 days ago.
203 days ago.
And even then was only an 8-6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Last win, though, to be fair, for SSG was 148 days ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, it's not really like the map that these two will play all that often or have the greatest results. SSG did play this against M80 as their last time, which was a 5-7 loss.
Again, I think the most telling metric is probably bans for and against. For SSG, they've banned it 15 times and had it banned against them on 19 occasions. Wildcard, on the flip side, 36 bans. It's been banned against them 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair for Wildcard, it's kind of like a case of not much to lose. You're already 1 map up in the series. Had they lost Fortress, whole different ballpark in terms of the stakes on offer. But the fact that you got the first map in the book, you go to a map that's a permaban. What have you been doing behind the scenes in terms of workshop, and can you surprise out SSG? This is the time where you get to showcase what you've been doing behind the scenes on a map that's a permaban, and then bring it out and show everything you've got and book your place main stage. So I'm more curious from the perspective of Wildcard than I am from SSG. SSG have to win this map, goes without saying. Clubhouse, the decider if we get there. SSG start on the attack. Again, they did really well on Fortress in opening kills. That's been their strength, especially today alone, but across the event in general. I think they'll be more confident and comfortable here. As we go top floor to begin. New is already towards square. And Baby Shark, though, finds a quick kill. That was from long desk.
And if it wasn't him that got the kill, Bay looked likely
Look
to
at that
maybe
angle.
find it anyway. Yeah, very sharp. Advantage Wildcard. The bans for this first half, Valk, Echo, Ace, and IQ.
And getting that kill already just eliminates a bit of that pressure for SSG towards square. A potential option of being able to find a kill in a similar vein, you know, that angle towards long desk, or if someone swings janitor closet, for instance. And it means that there's basically no one in the building except for Ashton over towards Staff on the Deimos lurk. I mean, this isn't going to do too much right now with that death mark. He'll even turn it off, see if he can find something through the hatch.
Yeah, I mean, both Cans and Baby Shark have retreated over towards long desk, where they are not susceptible.
Let's have a look.
Baby Shark repositions back, but it's Kansan who, again, very safe, targeted. We chill long desk for now.
Base stock, spike towards elevator, so you got 2 players that are, you know, being able to block off, say, like a main stairs push. You can then, and someone like Bay can then help Baby Shark if it's a janitor push from top square. So this is big if Benji can find this kill onto Bay. They need to get this kill, and Ashen's come on over to help out down below. Oh, sorry, just outside.
Oh.
So they well, throw the nade in. How does Bay want to play this? He's just going to fall back and play main stairs. So Bench is into stock now. Ashen over towards square, but he loses out to Dash. Dash over just towards airlock. Great positioning right now from Wildcard, offering nothing to SSG, but in the meantime, they're also finding picks as well. Kit over towards top square. They lost Faults. Yeah, this is looking shambolic for SSG to begin on bank. It may even be flawless if J9O can't find a kill. Nothing has ever looked likely in this round for SSG. Wildcard have found all the angles. They've been able to get good kills. Spiker, by the way, has not moved. He literally has... He just sat in elevator the entire round.
Did you fucking see that, bro? Oh
Yeah.
my god, bro, they're my sons, they're my kids. Oh my god, bro, they're my kids.
Oh, I love Baby Shark.
Perfect start for Wildcard,
Yeah.
quite literally flawless.
Second most attacker-sided map, by the way, at the event. Bank is. And top floor, 53% attacker win rate is the most attacker-sided site within Bank itself. And Wildcard just flawless SSG, a very strong attacking team.
Drone acquired.
There's not a lot of good signs for SSG right now in this series. The indicating levels of all the margins and all the stats are saying this is, so far, has been very one-sided. And that's a concern if you're SSG. If Wildcard are just demolishing you, 7-2 Fortress, early defensive round on the most attacker site on Bank, like, there's just nothing so far that SSG can look to and say, yeah, we're doing this well, but we're kind of being a little bit unlucky here. We're starting well, but just nothing. It has to change quickly. It has to change so quickly. They need to string together a few rounds, build that confidence. We haven't heard Ashen say anything since the opening round of Fortress.
Oh, that's a lovely angle from Benja. Unable to net a kill though over towards the front desk. It's Dash posted up on the castle. So some presence up above here. Wildcard not wanting to immediately forfeit top floor for the vert clear, because open area the side and SSG will look to flush across as is typical for the attack. Habana's still up despite the ace banned out, and so Kanto can be opened up for the long angle.
I wonder if they'll ban it after the third round.
Potentially.
If you've already banned the ace, it gives you the option. See what's kind of not working. Is there an operator? Like, is the Monty giving you issue? Then you can ban that. But if there's not much that's a worry, then you just go to Habana. They can't open up Kanto. Benja will go towards ATMs. And again, still so far, Wildcard have not been pushed back from this top floor hold. And Baby Shark lurking towers means that if you are pushing it in through ATMs, you do have to be mindful. So they send faults in through lobby first. But for instance, if Benja were to be a little sloppy pushing out, which he's just done so now, got to be mindful, and he's dead. Okay, well. Yeah, he just kind of sprinted in. There goes the Dockerbeat. There's another opening kill for Wildcard. Faults over towards the hallway, looking to clear out stock. But with that opening pick now for Wildcard, you can forfeit that top floor. You don't have to contest anymore. They'll play over towards towers, spread around staff in open area. And 60 seconds for SSG to make the magic happen. Still to be mindful of Baby Shark. He's going to be a threat towards Archives and towers.
He's being pressured though up above by the Big Auto Breacher. This clear will determine the round for SSG.
Yeah,
good peel from Baby Shark. He escapes.
Good pressure from Faults just to push him out of that position. Try and force them all back to site. Okay, yeah. Dash is also in a good spot if Faults is not aware of the elevator hold. Never mind. Cleared by J90. Back down to basement for Spiker, so he can come up main, and he does, and Baby Shark is also the one pushing up main. Spiker went for the blue stairs rotate. Fault will tap it inside of open area. There's only one left up. It's J90 tagged up, but finds the kills. Oh, and a third as well. 4 in the round and a 1v1 against Spiker. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Spiker has the information and should be able to get the easy kill. The power of the Solars.
Let's go, bro.
Alright, 1.6.
Ooh, a little scary at the end.
Yes.
But 2-0 start for Wildcard on the map pick of SSG is all that matters.
Yeah, great composure there from Spiker. SSG, after round 2, call attack timeout. As is typically the case though with SSG. Unfortunately, very, very difficult to hear them call out. Once again, cool, calm, collected. It will be a tactical conversation.
Well, Ash is actually saying, if Ashen can't hear him, we can't hear him, no one can hear him.
What is it? Yeah, no, it just does it as a teach makes it, but I want to see some practice speed first or second. Alright, let's go. Let's go, come on, speed. Go.
So Lockers and CCTV coming up for the third round. An early tactical timeout from call out. Wildcard is still talking. I guess they also had some issues and got a little bit of extra time. SSG did as well. Final round before the bans.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Good clutch attempt in the last round from Jane. I know puts him up to 4 kills. The only player to get a kill, a singular kill for SSG so far.
I like this lineup. You can play roam heavy, fall back, and allow the Tachanka to then do a lot of the denial. Layer the utility, got 2 nitros. So you have the options with this lineup rather than if you go full commit roam, falling back is a little bit iffy because then you can't really deny if you go back too early. And then if you go full denial, you're not really offering anything up above, and it's just, you know, banking on being able to stop that server side push.
I think that testing the roam clear here from SSG, given how they've struggled so far, strategically is probably the correct call. SSG need to muster up a team performance, which we have seen from them today. It wasn't that long ago against M80. They were playing phenomenally as a unit.
Wildcard is demolishing SSG. SSG demolished M80. M80 not looking great then. Not a great indicator.
Probably not.
SSG clearing top floor, being cautious on their approach.
Sensor on. Searching for electronics.
4 players on the first floor though for Wildcard if you count Bay towards blue stairs.
Yeah, Solos in play again here for Wildcard, and again with the IQ band out, that is a bolstered selection. Can gain good info here for Wildcard. Deny drones.
Here we go. This is a push that SSG need to be successful in. Dash will hold this angle at the doorway. Backs himself in here on the Solus. Getting live droned by Faults, and his position is well and truly known. Dash wins the battle anyway, and then gets rid of Ashen from Baby Shark. A bit of help. Well, I mean, there's just nothing going right for SSG. We're like, I need to just remind myself we are in an upper bracket quarterfinal of the Six Invitational, because right now this just feels like another Tuesday for Wildcard. Finally, a response from SSG. Benja and Newers. Is there any kind of clutch factor, clutch ability from these two? Because SSG needs something to just amp themselves up.
Baby Shark over towards Printer. Is his position known? Diffuser left on an island. SSG will need to deal with him. While the grenade indicates that may be the case,
Oh,
Baby
he's going to
Shark
have to
jumps
bolt out.
outside.
He spots the kit as well. He'll call that one out. Now, he can't go back electrical.
He'll go sewer.
So he will go for sewer. Newers does he? Well, by the time... Oh, hang on. This is an intriguing little battle. Newers is going to try and swing this. Baby Shark's going to run away, and he does get away. Newers will try and hunt him down at the doorway, and he does get the kill. Ooh. Nicely done from Newers. It has eaten the clock a little bit, though. 40 seconds remaining. Finally, a round that feels like both teams can win.
Where does Benja route the diffuser?
You still got the Tachanka and a Nitro Cell. So
secondary hard breach as well for the Grim. So they'll go for back hit.
Back hit and take the fight. Planting here is going to be very difficult for SSG. Go Vault, go Elevator, go for the pinch. The Bay's waiting for the drop. Grimby's sent out from Newers with the Quan Hive launcher. Nitro fall back. Spiker love this position towards bot main, and he's got the yellow ping. Surely Benja's not ready for this, and he isn't, and there's no time left now for Newers to grab kit and get this down. Time will run out. It's expiring. 3-0 to Wildcard. Out of the timeout for SSG. They fall once again.
And it's another great play late round from Spiker with the foundation laid out by his team earlier in the round. Good work off-site. A bit of time wasted as well, thanks to Baby Shark. We questioned the clutch ability of SSG in that round. And we don't find it. 3-0 wildcard.
Into the bans as well. They do not opt for the Habana. They get rid of the Glaz. The Warden in response as well. Yeah, crazy. I mean, this was at least a bit better in the mid-round, and a nice kill from Newers to push out. No, Baby Shark only really had one avenue to go over towards Sewer. I mean, in fairness, at that point, Baby Shark probably could have gone lane entrance, to be honest, and just gone all the way to the front door. But Newers was chasing.
Discovered the location of a bomb.
So the additional bans introduced. We don't see Habana extracted. Instead, it is that Glaz and then Warden on the flip side. So an intriguing nullification.
I mean, the Glaz hasn't been played, and the Warden hasn't been played. But both strong operators and have influence on this map.
Yeah.
5 seconds left.
Not atypical bans. The Kaid introduced for Wildcard this round, and we saw it hidden by Spikers without that preparation phase.
I still would have banned the Habana, man. Like, they've played it twice. It means they can't open Kanto. I think it could have had really strong influence.
Yep. I suppose they backed themselves in with the Kaid.
Yeah, they do have the Kaid, so I guess, yeah. Now, I mean, something has to change quickly for SSG. Like, these are 3 straight defensive rounds on a map of Bank, which is the second best attacker map at the event, statistically, from 13 games played, which is a high sample.
SSG looking to get active early in this round.
There you go, much better. Yeah, bring the pace, the aggression, the SSG that we know.
Caught.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Good timing on the reload, but Benja's gone again, and Benja has gone nuts in this round. This is the kind of pacing that we need to see from SSG. If they are to get back into this series, they need to play more like that. Fast pace, aggression. And they take top floor, finally breaking this streak of rounds from Wildcard. Do you know how many rounds straight it was? 9.
Yep.
9 round straights from Wildcard finally comes to an end. The last time SSG won a round in the series was round 3 of Fortress.
I suppose that can be one of the redeeming elements of that particular top floor site is it's less reliant on map clear. You can often open up Route 1 attacks. Tactical timeout wildcard. I don't think that actually is the case. Right. So it sounds like maybe it will be granted. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, again, top floor opens up those Route 1 opportunities. We don't see SSG tripping over themselves trying to fight for map control like we've seen on all the other objectives, right? So that clearly suited them. I don't know, though, if that kind of approach will translate across to the other sites. It's not like open area, for example. It's a lot more tricky to go with direct hits.
I think with Staff and over here, you can do the same thing, but instead of the site, it's just the top floor clear. Go fast, try and clear out those roamers up on the top floor, or at the very least, what still ends up being a win is forcing them back down to that first floor. You know they're going to play the roam game. You know they're going to be on the second floor, holding around stock, the hallway, long desk elevators. SSG could have just backed themselves in at this point and just say, you know what, we know we're strong gunners. We know we can get into the building quickly, take these fights, feel confident. I feel like that's when they're at their best. That's when we see the best version of SSG. And that's what they were actually doing to M80, if you recall, back in the earlier series.
They were.
Just blew them away with pace, aggression, teamwork, synergy. And so far against Wildcard, none of that has been present.
This is better. This is better.
This is what I'm saying. This is the... You don't net a kill from this, but you've already got janitor control. Force them back down. There is now no one top floor for Wildcard. You bring in the pace. They're scared of the blitz. That forces the drop. You can now play with this top floor control. Now, you don't have a ram or a buck, but that's fine. You get the hatch opened up over towards stock, and you can start to then move around the map.
Yeah, I do wonder how they compensate now for that lack of vertical play when you consider the likes of Baby Shark over towards Talos. Typically, that's a position that you do want to flush out from above. Speaking of, Baby Shark has captured a drone. So there's good information on offer here over towards lobby, and Baby Shark relaying that rappel in play and those above.
Yeah, Genono spotted. To be fair, Genono is now off that rappel. He's droning himself through lone. Asher, and now they just do it again. So you go from top floor down to the first floor, send the blitz in, get the pressure. Can they get a pinch? Yes, they actually do. Newis is top square, so he can watch down. There's the kill. Perfect. Great pinch. Well played from SSG. Really solid clear, and it's teamwork. If Newis is not there top square, they don't get that kill off the push from Ashen. Clear through. You know that pretty much around the site. Bay can offer something, though, pushing up blue stairs. They need to be mindful of that. There's the smoke. So far, this has been SSG's strongest round, probably even better than the last round. And Ashen is now going deep inside a staff. Nitro from Kansan. No one there to block. Newers is not watching the close right angle, though, as he pushed in, but it doesn't matter. They've got kills elsewhere from Beepers and Admin, so they surrounded the site. Wildcard started to turn their attention towards staff. Get shot in the back. Much better from SSG. Really well calculated round. That's some much better siege in the last 2 rounds from SSG.
Yeah, they've really been able to flick a switch. And with that, 2 attacking rounds are theirs.
Yeah, so unfortunately there was a timeout issue, which is ticking down at the moment, but the coaches cannot talk. It's not a real timeout. Of course, the players can talk, so they get actually a minute to...
I think it's as a result of the last one being called too late, but yeah. Here's a look back at that previous round. Good map manipulation early. We saw Ashen forward. We saw the defense peel back, then trapped on site. Ashen with an aggressive plant attempt, which was... unfortunately,
I don't
not
mind it
ideal,
though, because if they're all on the same page, which they were, now, if Ashen had gone in by himself with that same play and the others are dawdling around doing other things, it looked horrible. But you actually had the push from Admin, the push from Beepers at the same time, despite the fact that Newers, okay, doesn't fully clear quad effectively. It didn't matter because the rest were able to do their job as they were pushing in. So that comes down to the synergistic style of CSG being at peak level. Finally. 2 rounds straight, they're finally getting the opening kills. All 5 rounds so far, the opening kill has been converted for both teams. And 3 alive in the last 2 rounds as well. Multi-kills have all been for SSG. J9O with the 4K. Newers with a 3K. Benj with a 3K. So finding a bit of success here in the last couple of rounds.
5 seconds to insertion.
Top floor.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Top floor instead of basement is interesting.
Maybe thinking that they can counter the rather direct approach that we saw from SSG last time out.
I mean, basement did get spicy.
Most definitely.
Just got to finish this round strong for SSG, making this a 3-3 half. Puts them in a much better position from where it was looking at 3-0. Have they refound their mojo? Beauty of the best of 3 is you can lose 9 rounds straight and still walk away as winners at the end of the day. Just got to turn it around, and so far, looks like they will be able to. Yeah, Spiker is not getting that one. Good use, EMPs, and then the flames from the Capital so that Spiker can't re-attempt. Wall gets opened up. Telling ya, they bent the glass instead of the Habana, and SSG have been abusing this Habana. They've used it 5 out of 6 rounds. Line scan as we enter the final 90 seconds of this round. They know that Spiker is top main stairs, yellow ping. We got Ashen sending a drone up main stairs, so live drone for Faults. And if Spiker does push down this and is not aware, Faults is in a good position. Here's the barbed wire. Oh, Faults. Sends him back up though. No one on the skylight. And Benja will fall to dash. Benja just went into airlock. Baby Shark and Spike are low on health. Still a winnable round for SSG, but Wildcard just holding their positions.
Need to see these grenades from J9O get active for a bit of displacement. Smokes are
They
available.
can't push
as well
up
for
Spiral
Faults.
until they deal with Baby Shark, and Baby Shark's surrounded by Spiker and Bay.
Nitro lineup as well available. It looks rock solid for Wildcard at the moment. Key fight here. Asher needs to push up, clear Spiker, and open up things a little bit.
They got nothing on this top floor, though. That's the problem. Fultz is trying to now push up Spiral, and I love the smoke usage. So they block the mirror. Baby Shark can still throw this Nitrocell. He hasn't opted to. Fultz got rid of Spiker, finally dealing with main stairs, so he can push up. Ashen can go up main stairs. Bay is there. There's the Nitro. Ashen, though, up main stairs, finds the angle. Bay never pushed from that stock position. SSG collapse onto the site. 3 straight.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. It's low-key a baiter there. But it fucking worked out, bro.
Well, Ashen says he was baiting. Not really.
Let's fucking go, bro.
It was holding the main stairs position. It meant that if Bay opted to push, say, long desk, Ashen was in a position to get the kill. He didn't. Bay held his position stock. Ashen then gets the clean kill from that position to block off Baby Shark from being able to defend Spiral. 3-3 half, 3 straight to Wildcard, followed by 3 straight to SSG. We go into the second half.
Big step up there from SSG to win 3 straight. It was a rather concerning start for them, with Wildcard coming out of the gate strong and continuing that streak from map number 1 of Fortress. And you can probably make a fair argument that now jumping across defense, it may even be more comfortable for them.
It's game on now. I mean, that's the thing. That's all you want if you're SSG. When you're 3-0 down on bank, 3 defensive rounds to Wildcard, you're thinking, okay, this is done. And they were getting absolutely destroyed. They were getting manhandled. And that was off the back of being, well, decimated on Fortress 7-2. Finally, a response from SSG makes this match far more fascinating as we head to basement to begin the second half. SSG have refound that mojo. And this will be the test point for Wildcard. It's one thing to play well when everything's going nice. Your opponent's probably not on their A game. Now the pressure's back on the other way. Now you're the ones on the back foot. You haven't won a round since the 3rd round. 3 straight for SSG. Where's that response? You don't want this to go to Clubhouse, because Clubhouse is going to be neutral territory.
And a spoiler alert as well as to what's taking place
3,
over on the A
2,
stream.
1, mute if you don't want to hear.
Falcons secret. Falcons have just taken that series in a 2-0 fashion.
Oh, good for my predictions. There's some top teams in that lower bracket, but that's just always going to be the nature of an event like this, isn't it? One of these two will be in that lower bracket as well after this, who will join FaZe, Furia, and the team you just mentioned. Wildcard now will showcase their own attacking prowess on bank. No one on the top floor for SSG, so it'll be an easy roam clear for Wildcard. Basement to begin, so I mean, a little bit of presence towards staff and open area, but judging by this lineup, they can fall back. You have the Gas Babes, Falcon Canisters. Did Benji already use that Nitrocell? It's the only Nitrocell they brought into the round. I would have thought that's something you would want to hold, unless it's pre-placed. Dash inside of admin. Oh, Fultz gets caught. Wonderful pistol from Dash. Gets rid of the Malusi. Nothing that Nuas could do from this position. And it's going to be a case of if Dash walks through that doorway, Niels will just shoot and drop. And if he gets lucky, he gets lucky. Gets rid of the drone. Still wants to hold. You can see he's getting a little bit antsy.
Trying to maintain the secrecy of Benja's position. I can only assume that Wildcard don't know he's here.
So Benja will stay. Nuas has dropped. Can he see? He should have been able to. Yeah, he's seen that foot.
Dash coming forward on the clear.
Good discipline though, and Dash can get shot in the back here, and he will. Nicely done from Benja on the second as well. The third to follow. He is the master. Completely disrupts this attack of Wildcard, and while the trade eventually comes through with those 3 kills, the damage is done against the attack. No more blitz. Down to Bay and Kansan.
It's a great little pocket play.
Well done. Great strategy. Nuas was the one who got droned out, offered a shot, dropped. He was the one who was in that kind of default normal position. Benja never got droned, never got cleared. And that was a risky move as well. Had he got droned, he was in a tough position to get out of.
Two gas babes. Plenty of utility for this defense. Kansas needs to drop and frag out.
Probably go skeleton key mode and try and get someone close. Bay inside a server on the Deimos. No death marks available. Just wants to tuck in, go for the quick plant. Turn around turtle. Here's the drop down from Kansan. Gets one inside a red. 2v2, but 5 seconds means Bay has to plant. Easy clear from Ashen. Pushing forward. He's just pre-firing the default positions. Double from Ashen at the end. 4 straight to SSG. Game on. SSG take the lead on Bank for the first time.
Beautiful teamwork there from SSG. Benja the one to light up the kill feed and land the shots, but of course
bang. Look at this. Bang. Look at this. Bang.
Yeah, lovely. Again, it was good teamwork to facilitate that play, but he still had to execute upon
Absolutely. It's kind of like, we'll set you up. You still got to slam dunk it.
Yeah.
And he did.
He got the layup. Tricky to fall to Wildcard in that position, to be fair. Like, how often would you see that play executed? That's a 1 in 100 round kind of play.
And Newers, again, doesn't really get stats for that, but he's just staying there long enough, trying to eat the drones, make sure Benja can hold that position without being seen. If he drops too early, they drone through. Fair chance, Benja gets caught playing underneath stock. So much harder to then run across, get to that drop. 4 straight for Space Station.
Gotta reload.
Wildcard have not been in this position, guys, in this series. They've been leading from the front pretty much since the start of Fortress. And SSG, you just feel like they're one of the strong momentum-based teams. If they're hot, it's hard to call them off.
Nitro lineup.
Yeah.
Just misses. Would have been a great way to disrupt the verticality on offer here from Wildcard. It was Kansan on that rappel on the ram. But the Nitro from Faults doesn't hit the mark. Wildcard will still eagerly contest up above. They want this control again to facilitate the vertical on offer. But it's a Jan hold here from SSG. Wall electrified. Potential for vert contest from below even.
Rappelli, by the way, airlock and above into CEO. So SSG have fallen back.
Except for Benja, he'll maintain position.
Ashen finds that kill from below. And Newers has opted as well to play below with Ashen. It's only Benja that's sitting stock right now. Baby Shark gets rid of Ashen. That was from top to down, playing the vert. And then Benja gets caught with a wicked headshot from Bay in through the stock window. So Wildcard have not only been able to take to first floor, but they also have already put damage into that Talers hold.
Yeah.
So it's only Newers now towards Talers.
And the player advantage now cannot be understated. It will force more aggressive playmaking from the 3 remaining members of SSG. Newers and J90 over towards open area, and Faults will maintain position elevators, which could be a good contest for a late stairs pressure late or a drop over towards lobby. It seems like Wildcard, they're currently posturing over towards quad, and with the Summers up from Spiker, that's an understandable decision. That then opens up a route for a kitchen plant. And Baby Shark maybe could be pinch pressure for a drop. One of his favored roles.
Faults is
looking very exposed.
Well, Faults is definitely someone that can still offer something for SSG, by the way. He's going up spiral. Faults is going for a big play up above, leaving J90 by himself in sight. Faults has got to be very quick right now. He's very late on this flank from the second floor. He is very, very late. He's running around towards Janitor Stock. The plant is now down. There was nothing that J90 could do because if he pops up, he's just 1v4'd. Faults over towards Stock, gets the freebie onto Baby Shark. One still outside over towards Terrace is now 2 of them. Spike is there too, because they get to play outside now in the post plant. So J90 wraps over towards blue stairs. But where this plant has gone down, Wildcard are in the best position to close this one out. J90 does get the trade onto Kansan. They're both outside, and this round should be done. Start to make their way back in. He does get the down. No time left, and cannot get the defuse.
4-4 the scoreline. Good work across the board there from Wildcard on attack.
No, I said I have first choice.
Trying to iron out some common issues.
So it is a tactical timeout for Wildcard. Talk things over after the round win in the 8th, finally stopping that 4-round streak of SSG. And we will be heading top floor after this.
You don't want to play the map? It's not worth it for the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's necessary, okay? Just the bullet button, or if you do specific, make sure to make it straight, okay? So we can do all the stuff and play lobby together. Shark on one with that lobby, okay? Okay. Split it up, play together.
I mean, play more together is probably about the only thing I actually understood from there. Very low volume here on the B stream. 2 rounds into the second half, 1-1 between them. And all tied up 4-4. Wildcard, though, find themselves 3 rounds away from main stage at SI. We're going to see the echo for the first time here for SSG.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Doorway secured.
First time to see them defend on this top floor.
It's turning into a real tug of war here on Bank between these two. Both SSG and Wildcard will be eager to pitch themselves as potentially favourites from their region to go all the way here in Paris.
I wonder if this is going to be a janitor push-in from Spiker. If the attacker repick, they bring the blitz. Kansan can play the rappel on the glass. Which means for J90, Folds, yeah, they can play around Kanto, especially Folds can just sit the elevator. If they're not going to open up this Kanto wall, it means we'll have 3 Yokais to just have fun with and sit and hope that that is enough to disrupt this blitz push. Although the way that Spike is posturing over towards Rappel's side of the map, he too might actually just go for a vault in. Whatever it may be, it seemingly should be quick.
Oh, Director, Baby Shark's down. This could work.
It is very, very quick. Into the smoke. Kansan to cover. Plant from Spiker. No direct response just yet. There are no nitrosols for SSG to throw. The plant will be successful. There was just nothing to offer him. Way too late on the Yokai. Volts was by himself inside an elevator. No pressure, but he couldn't control the Yokai quick enough. And suddenly SSG now need to go into desperation mode. The fast plant worked. The nitrosol thrown, but will not explode because Benja's dead. Newest does get one. But it is the plant that is the main objective here in the next 20 seconds. Trying to deal with those on the rappel, but Bay is successful from Tellers. Ashen into CEO is the only one left. He dies to the rappel.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Oh my god.
So many ways to counter that play. More than anything, the fact that they had the Yokais. But credit to Wildcard.
I heard bullets going into my shield, bro.
They went fast. Played off the smokes, the glass combo with the quick blitz plant, and it worked. 10th round, Wildcard retake the lead with the last 2 rounds straight.
That's a massive kill from Bay down below, by the way. Freed up more rappel play later in the round, which ultimately wasn't necessarily needed, but there is a world in which that control could have been pivotal. If Ashen was able to get on Diffuser with some presence over towards lobby, it could have been very difficult for Wildcard to win that in the post. Bay landed that key shot. The rest of the team also did their job. And despite losing the first pick, that plant inside of the smoke ended up being a really great heads-up play from Wildcard. It gives them the lead in the series as we enter into round number 10. We go down to the basement objective.
Wall secure.
And SSG electing to go double info denial with both the Echo and the Maestro on this occasion in play. Tachanka can layer down utility as well. And so the expectation will be that SSG probably hold off on much of a roam. Could be a fall off potentially with Red Hatch open, but I've already used the Benja strat once of him lurking over towards open. The anticipation will be that it's a far more traditional basement site this time around from the defense.
2 rounds away for Wildcard. How are those nerves for them? And they lock in a main stage appearance. The lockers and CCTV will certainly be a difficult ask, and it's going to be mainly a bunker hold for SSG. US will start open area. You imagine he'll drop pretty quickly.
Top entry, top square entry.
Oh my
for
god.
Wildcard.
He did not get that drone, by the way.
And lobby control for Wildcard.
I'm reloading.
Response from Newers, who wants to play low risk, as hypothesized earlier. Again, the key operators really to look at late round are going to be the Ashen on the Maestro and Faults on the
Oh, I
Echo.
like this. A little bit of info towards Square just to get a bit of an idea. Are they setting up for a default server side hit? If they're not, then more so maybe lobby side. Obviously, they've opened up that vault, have opened up elevator. And what that then means for SSG is they can then reposition off this information, get J90 into a better position to use that to Tachanka. Yeah, Faults is on that square Yokai, so he's getting information now by Kansan opening up with a secondary hard breach towards square. He'll communicate that over. He also spots Dash over towards electrical. The power, I mean, just the benefit of having that whole extra Yokai, if that gets shot, it's like, okay, well, I got 2 more. Yep, check the garage lurk. The Echo's so powerful. Nitrocell from Benja though to Baby Shark. Well, that's perfect heading into the final 45 seconds of this round, and it will be rather default by Wildcard.
The Maestro,
cam is being a nuisance. Look at Dash's health from that.
Yeah. There's another camera inside of CCTV room itself to potentially chip him down later on as well in this round.
I don't know if you can go default here. You're going to have to spread. Go vault, go elevator, try and wrap around the site. Dash will probably be the one that has to come in from server almost by himself.
A plant seems incredibly unlikely.
The plant can happen if they draw presence elsewhere, and that's exactly what they're doing, but they lose Spiker on the drop. Over towards open hatch. Kansan does get one, but Dash then losing his life, and this round's done. No time for Bay to clutch this one. We're going to go 5-5. SSG holding strong in the basement of Bank, but the real test for them defensively will be above basement.
I actually just stumped him, bro, with the amount of util we just had. Fuck.
I mean, the amount of util they had was great.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right.
I'm bringing a zombie stock, bro.
And Wildcard were never at any point in that round in a position to plant, and they also couldn't play make because of the amount of information that was on offer against the split push too. Wildcard probably could have had another 30-45 seconds in that round, and I still think it would have been a very similar end result. That was,
I mean, the
really
Nitro Cell
clean
didn't help either. You're 4v5. The Maestro cam down blue stairs. Nothing's working. And to be fair, I will say, I think the adaptation for Wildcard to understand that if we all just push server, not going to happen. They went for vault, elevator, open hatch drop. But it then just becomes you basically all have to hit your shot and win the 1v1s that you create. And not enough of that happened. Double digits for Benja. And double digits for Dash have been the best for their respective teams in terms of the KD department. Round 11, 5-5 on this second map. Wildcard winning Fortress 7-2. They started Bank with a 3-0 lead as well. It was a 9-round win streak for Wildcard until SSG finally woke up. 4 rounds straight back from them, took the lead. Then Wildcard started to gain the ascendancy once again. And here we are, now all tied on the second map. Clubhouse the decider if SSG could get the job done. And they bring the blitz. Staff open, expecting this top floor clear. You heard Newers, he wanted to bring the Azami and play stock. He will do that.
As designed.
So Azami hold over towards stock here for Newers in a position where he can still peel back if required. Wildcard, top square, entry point, Kansan to get aggressive and to try and catch Newers maybe. Oh, but Ashen!
Wow!
Double kill with the Nitro. Benja and Newers in the meantime find one apiece, and in the blink of an eye, it's a 1v5.
It's over. The round's done. SSG are going to have map point. Wow. Dash needs a 1v5 ace. A 1v5 ace. The round never even begun. You could clearly see what Wildcard wanted to do, and they did this last time out. If you think back to the 8th round, it was a big success for them. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what you have to answer to that if you're Wildcard. It's just a free round for SSG. They go 6-5, locked up overtime. Good Nitrocell usage, prepared for that blitz rush up above. Logic Bomb rings for Dash, knows that no one's close by, that stock has been vacated. Benja is actually over towards front desk. Benja, though, being very disciplined to not just rush at Dash and give him a 1v1 to then make it a 1v3. Of course, Dash is not going to give up on this. If it was a regular play day, maybe just send it sight. This is an upper bracket quarterfinal. And dead. What's Ashen got to say?
Tellers, bro. Tellers.
6-5 to SSG. The round was done about a minute ago.
I thought that Teller's call was a troll, but they actually are going to go
Wow, they're actually going Teller's Archives.
I respect it.
At 6-5, map point for SSG, they've elected to go Teller's Archives.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
How many times have we seen Teller's Archives so far at SI, Gus?
Would you like to take a guess?
No, I don't want to. I'm just going to say.
Well, I'm going to force you to take a guess anyway.
I don't know, 10 times?
Once.
Damn. That was a 1 in there.
100% attacker win rate.
Once with a 100% attacker win rate. And SSG elect to go Teller's Archives for the final round of regulation on this second map. What have they got cooked up in the strat book?
Well, they bring the castle, that utility likely somewhat to be invested up above here, I presume, to try and defend against the vert. Airlock, the best position to place those, and I think that ends up being the case from Newers. They will want to prevent Wildcard from getting in up above and activating the ram.
See the Kali selected by Dash.
Extension. Yeah, the Kali in play, so toolage available to deal with that at range. This could shape up to be one of the more interesting tactical rounds between the two so far.
Yeah. And the pressure more on Wildcard now for this at least one single round. SSG have got overtime secured at minimum. Is Clubhouse on the way? Or can Wildcard force overtime? You hear the X-Kairos going off as they have got Dash on that rappel, looking towards Kanto. Along with top spiral. Oh, Newers just very lucky. Could have easily got shot there by Dash. It would have been a big opening kill for Wildcard. Dashes away towards elevators.
Let's see what Boogie can do.
Nitro lineup from Ashen. Wildcard still yet to get boots on the ground, despite the peel back from the rest of this SSG defense. Again, it's Newers over towards Elevator Shaft. J9O as well, Stockholm, but he'll likely peel down main and does so, chipping away a bit of that drone economy.
There's a Yokai square and there's a Yokai lobby. So both sides of the map are being watched by Faults. A lot of information being received for SSG. Kansan now makes his way in. Top floor. Over towards CEO.
Benja Nitro down below.
Yeah, he's got it in his hand. Benja. Can he find an impact with this Nitrocell? It's the only one that they've got left remaining. And while they have got position to be able to play it, it could have a huge impact. But he puts it back in his pocket and wants to hold it for a little bit longer.
Can Fault's lobby maybe feed information? Does he have an angle to support Benja on that Nitro? Or maybe even Newers push forward? In the meantime,
into Archives. They're into Archives going for the plant. Benja is still at least close into towers, but the plant will go down. There was no response, no movement from Benja. Wildcard get the plant down inside of Archives. Benja held his position with that, got the kill onto Spiker, dashed through lobby. Makes the move now on the Kali in the post plant. We hear the Razor Bloom in the background and it gets the kill onto Dash. Big utility for J9O. Has one in pocket, faults to get on, but a huge kill from Bay creates a 1v2. 7 seconds, another one onto J9O. It's only Ashen that's left. And he's running out of time. He has no time. We go to overtime as Bay clutches up for Wildcard.
Let's go! Let's go! You're so good, bro. Nice!
Yo, guys, we need to speed up on attack, okay? We're taking too long to get in here.
The pocket pick from SSG falling short. They take a massive risk and it doesn't pay off. Great attack from Wildcard. Good work in the post. Overtime is theirs. And they'll continue on that attacking side. A more traditional selection this time out from SSG. Basement for the opening round.
I mean, it's a ballsy move to go Talos Archives when you got the one opportunity to close the map out and go to map 3. But you had overtime secured. You got double defense overtime. Just allowing that plant to go down, though, with Benja towards Towers. You had Yokais that could have been in play to deny the plant Archives. Just well done from Wildcard, to their credit. Really stepping up here in this series. At least we get a close one on the Saka map, because Fortress was just incredibly one-sided.
10 seconds remaining.
Across the series, in terms of the numbers, only one player who has been able to cross 20 kills, Kansan. Benja on 19 and Bay on 19. We heard, of course, that Wildcard want to speed up their attacks, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't think you can go too fast here to begin overtime on lockers and CCTV. Naturally, it's going to be slow-paced. And SSG offering nothing here in terms of a roam. They're going to play very much for site defense.
Yeah, Newer's open at the moment, but again, he'll chip away maybe a drone or two if that's what he can find, alongside Asher main stairs. And then he'll make a very low-risk effort to peel back towards the site.
And default for J9O, smoke, blue stairs.
Oh, this is a bit aggressive.
Hang on. Yeah, Newers. Well, into the Blackbeard. He should be opting to fall back and drop this hatch, but he does have the help with the Yokai bursts.
Yeah.
So that's a reason why he has stayed there. The Yokai goes down. And so does Newers. He's now dropped all 5 for SSG towards the basement. J9O will hold blue stairs. 3 gas babes. And that will be the next task for Wildcard to clear his position.
Yeah, don't mind that little heads-up opportunity maybe for SSG to pluck the Blackbeard, but it doesn't quite work out, and Newers, that Glasses util will be much better served in the late round.
Oh, Nitrocell thrown through the hatch will not hit. That was from Newers.
There's one left for SSG. No Tachanka in play, so there'll be a reliance on the smoke and the echo for area denial.
A tense round to begin overtime. J9O.
Well, J9O.
How much does he commit?
He commits blue.
Because
so that means they don't have the default.
But he's got the yokai to help him, so it's not just J9O.
Yes.
It's J9O plus Faults.
Plus 4 players from Wildcard looking to hunt him down.
And they got the hatch opened up. He's now stuck here. This is a big battle. As long as he can get at least 1 kill. Oh, headshot onto the Blackbeard. Job done. You'll take it. 1 for 1. But here come the ROUs now from Bay. As Wildcard start to push through default server. There is a yokai inside CCTV. Faults will need that to be around to stop this plant. He can't lose this one.
Love this angle from Faults if he can commit to it. Ashen, Nitro, ripped.
20
I don't
seconds.
think it's been effective though.
20 seconds. Time running low. Wildcard are going to have to start to flood this site, allow someone to get the plant down. Kansan hits the headshot onto Benja. Faults will have to stay alive and trust in this yokai. And he falls. No Echo, no Warden, no SSG. Wildcard straight on through, take basement bank.
Basement and fight?
Match series point.
Great flood there from Wildcard. It felt like the utility shortage from SSG proving costly with no Tachanka up. The smoke committed to blue. The nitros used and both missing
Nothing
the
was
mark.
working. Nothing worked. They got nothing out of the nitros. They couldn't. I mean, the only thing they got at least was J9O shut down the Blackbeard. So you're playing that blue stairs position. If you can get at least one and it's onto a powerful operator like the Blackbeard, that's fine. He at least gets that, but nothing else worked for SSG.
Game's not over yet. Not quite yet.
So, Wildcard. 2 opportunities. And they can book their place to the main stage at Six Invitational 26. And it has been so deserving. But you have to finish the job to be rewarded.
So to top floor we return. It was a talking point back when we had these bans in play.
And this was won twice by SSG, by the way.
Well,
and only once by Wildcard.
Because the Habana has remained available. It's been a big talking point. Kanto's been under a lot of pressure. SSG centering these attacks over towards lobby. We could see a change in theory here for the reattempt and maybe something more over towards top square. It's certainly not impossible. Could be site repels in play as well with the sense. So I'm very, very, very intrigued to see what kind of strategy SSG want to employ here, given past success, but the pressure of this moment.
And the pressure certainly is at a high point. If SSG lose this round, they're going to go lower bracket. After dismantling M80 earlier today, they looked in hot form, but Wildcard have been just even hotter. Mirror up from Baby Shark towards Long Desk. Kanto Wall is still electrified. Means that Spiker and Bay can play this hallway safely for the time being.
Now, Faults is over on site repel, so he's in no position to open that wall. SSG, again, likely centering for direct hit based off the ROUs, unless they elect to pivot. There is time.
Capitao not close by to site, though, for, say, Flame Bolts to push out the Janitor player in Kansan. So if they do this, it's not going to be fully in sync. And a big opening kill, though, for Dash onto Asher. No more ROUs. Those screens that you see, once they go down, they stay down. You no longer have the Sens. You no longer have Ashen. Player advantage for Wildcard. 4 players left up for SSG. Lower bracket seems now likely. Who's going to be the one to stand up as J9O finally rotates over the repel, the smokes, blocks off the vision to Janitor?
But it's a little bit limited. One of them got caught. The layering here from SSG is so volatile.
Bay over towards Stock, goes for the peak. Almost got the kill onto Benja. But he too himself is now at half health from that mishap. Oh, Benja caught! Lacking! But the trade was quick. Bay should go down. No one close by for the res as the DMR from Dash connects onto Falters. Wildcard now mere moments away from main stage at SI. Down to J90 as Spiker confirms Newers. It's a 4 versus 1 and it is done. Wildcard's Cinderella year continues to new heights here at the Six Invitational. They are off to the main stage as they defeat SSG 2-0.
The trajectory for Wildcard over the last 12 months has been nothing short of remarkable. This band of misfits continue to produce results in big moments. It's main stage for Wildcard and back to the drawing board for SSG.
SSG to the lower bracket, which is looking more and more stacked. We have our 4 teams confirmed for main stage. Wildcard being one of them is just insane. What a 12 months it's been for this roster. Wildcard joining the likes of FaZe Clan, Furia, and Falcons. That is elite company in the upper bracket semifinals. The Space Station, they go to lower bracket round 2, where they will await the winner of Shopify Rebellion and Ninjas in Pajamas.
Wow, for SSG, it could be potentially another North American opponent. They can't seem to escape their own region so far. What a game, though. Wildcard just across the board. Fortress map 1, they looked phenomenal. Their tactical depth was probably,
very good on Fortress.
Probably their biggest strength. And then on Bank, I think their ability to read SSG over the course of the match and adapt to what was happening inside of the server, again, phenomenal.
Looking at the stats for the map of Bank, again, an even spread for Wildcard at the top end. Dash, Bay, Kansan all pulling, a bit of a heavy lifting. Sure, a bit of a quieter game for Baby Shark, but he still went 15-16 across the 2 maps. 22 for Kansan, 23 for Bay, 20 for Dash, 5-3 on the entry for Dash. I mean, just really good, solid teamwork from this Wildcard roster. We saw on Fortress how good Baby Shark was. On other maps, it might be Bay. On other maps, it might be Kansan. They just got the ability for players to pop up and have influence. Spiker, such a solid IGL as well for this roster. Big calls, big plays for SSG. I mean, it wasn't too bad on Bank. It wasn't awful, but Fortress was so bad. Then you lose the first 3 on Bank. You're just playing catch-up. And at some point, it just is probably too much.
Kansan then, the MVP of
he
this
looks
matchup.
fire in that photo.
He absolutely does. 22-12. He was on fire inside of the server at 119 EPS, despite playing, as you can see, they're largely the Thatcher and the Wamai combination.
What do you think of Tal's Archive final round of regulation? Is that where it was won and lost for SSG? That was a big call. It had only been played once so far at SI. Won by the attacking team for the second time. Won by the attacking team.
I mean, you can't pin an entire
They
max
could have gone
result.
top floor. They could have played CEO Executive instead. But
yeah, sure. I wouldn't pin it too much just on that singular objective, but it was an intriguing choice, and ultimately it did backfire.
It certainly did. As we look at the schedule from today's games as they transpire,